All right. Welcome to the Tea and Coffee podcast. My name is T and this is Coffee. Together we make tea and coffee. And on this channel, man, I just sit in front of the camera with my coffee. You sit there with your coffee and we sort of communicate. We communicate, we have a conversation about whatever happens to be on my mind. And, that's kind of the way it goes. When I started this channel, I was going to do some super serious topic, man. I was going to make it about entrepreneurship. Because I've been an entrepreneur for the last 6 years or so. I don't know, I just kind of said, fuck all that. I spent like 2 days trying to get just the intro video done to that channel. I was just taking it way too serious. And ultimately, I was taking myself way too serious. Man, I'm 27. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a guru. I don't want to be a know-it-all, Because once you're a know-it-all, then you got to know it all. You know what I mean? Everybody wants you to know it all the time. And I don't know it all. I'm just as clueless as every other adult, all right, my age. If you're a child watching this, your parents don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. We are all just fumbling our way through this thing called life. And, some of us pretend like we got it all figured out, but most of us don't. But damn, dude, today's one of those days, man. I just woke up sort of feeling depressed. Last night I had a good cry. Sometimes, you just gotta cry. You gotta just let it out. And, last year my cat passed away. Rest in peace, Kiwi, the homie, the one and only. And he was eaten by coyotes. Yeah, some sad shit, man. He was eaten by some coyotes. I didn't see it happen, but I actually don't know. Actually, he could be out there right now just chilling. And I would have no idea because I live in a forest, man. And there's like 500 acres around. And I used to let him outside and play. So he can just go outside at night and do his thing. And, he would hunt and bring me dead animals and shit. And then one night he just didn't show back up. Just never came back. And so I just assumed that he was eaten by coyotes because we have a coyote infection going on here. There's a fuck ton of coyotes around here. And I'll tell you what, man, the scariest thing ever is like hearing those things howl at night. They sort of do it to confuse whatever they're hunting, to sort of make it feel like it's surrounded, like it can't run anywhere. And then they can sort of close in on it and kill it. And man, I just feel really guilty about my cat, man, because I brought him here from my hometown. This is my first time moving out of my hometown. I moved out this year, actually last year, a year ago, a little over a year ago in February of last year. Man, I had a really intense LSD trip in February of the last year. I saw very clearly that I could be living my life a lot deeper than I was living it at the time. And so I was like, I want to get the fuck out of my hometown. So I came out of the experience, the LSD experience, and within 2 weeks, man, I moved out. I said, fuck it, I gotta go. If this life is really possible, the life that I saw in that LSD experience, if it's truly possible to experience that 100% of the time, I gotta go. And so I left and brought my cat with me. Where I'm living, it's a very small space. So I was like, I'm gonna let him outside and let him, go out and live his life and be a cat. And he died. And so I've been mourning his death for almost a year now. In the beginning when he actually died, when I couldn't find him, I had this I was rationalizing, because that's the first stage of grief, is just denial. You start rationalizing. And so I was like, in my mind, I was like, I gave him the best life I could and I don't feel guilty at all. I was in that for a while, just to rationalizing sort of the doubt phase. And then after that, I sort of started actually grieving. Man, I actually took LSD a little bit later in the year and I just cried for like 6 hours that whole trip. I just spent crying. And dude, that shit was therapeutic, man. LSD gets a bad rap, It gets a bad rap because people don't use it properly. They don't study up on it. They don't know anything about it, and they take it in situations where they're not supposed to take it, with people who they're not supposed to take it with, in life circumstances which are not good to take it. And they have these bad experiences, and then LSD gets a bad rap. Or you have these people who only take it once or twice and maybe they see a couple things on the wall or something and they have a trippy experience and they think that they understand it. And they sort of see it as, oh, that's that thing I did 20 years ago. But you really don't understand LSD or any psychedelic really until you've done it at least 10 times, maybe 20 good times. And then you really get to understand the depths of it, because you go different depths. and then you understand what it's doing to you and your mind and your consciousness. And once you're like 10 trips in, you can start to do it on your own, and you really you have bad trips, but you don't like I don't know, man, you're not running around naked or anything. But yeah, I was crying about my cat last night. I cried for a good couple hours, and that was good, man. You have to cry in life, you know, because as men, you know, we're told not to cry, you know, don't cry, don't show anybody your emotions. But what happens, man, is that shit sort of just gets locked in there. It gets locked inside of you, and then it sort of holds you back in life. You're not able to love someone in a relationship, for instance, because you have all these emotions that are filling up your inner space that you've been shoving down in there like a fucking chimney, you know? And you got to let that shit out. You got to light that fire under them and let them come to the light. Let them burn the fuck out of there so that you can love other people and feel. You know, man, this is one thing that I learned once I started letting my emotions come up and just crying about shit and not feeling bad about crying, because, you know, there's this thing in society where everybody feels like you're supposed to just feel good all the time. You know, when you don't feel good, they think something's wrong. About, oh, what's wrong? Oh, you don't feel good? What's wrong? And so you get this kind of idea in your head that there's a such thing as wrong feelings. You know, at least I did. And so, but yeah, once I started letting my feelings out, you know, I sort of learned that if you're not feeling bad throughout your day, at least at some point, or angry about something throughout your day, or, you know, sad about something throughout your day, you're probably blocked up. You're numbing yourself out from your life. If all you feel is good all day, there's some stuff that you're not looking at. Because think about it. Think about when you were a kid, when you didn't have any of those mechanisms that you used to shove down your emotions and numb yourself out. You experienced happiness during your day. You cried about something during your day. You were upset about something during your day. You were let down or disappointed about something during your day. You strived towards something during your day. You had all these feelings going on. One day you had like a million emotions as a kid. And that's because you didn't have all these mechanisms in place to numb yourself out to how you feel, you know? And as you grow older, you know, you encounter these emotions, or you're put in situations where you can't always let your emotions come out, because if you do, they were threatening your survival. For instance, man, whenever I was little, you know, I had a good childhood, but it was kind of rough. You know, we didn't have much money, and my dad was real strict, man, and pretty much everything. He pretty much solved every problem with a belt. You know, sometimes he didn't, but most problems, any kind of problem that came up, he would just, you know, sort of resort to the belt. And, you know, this is common in just the black community in general. Everybody in the black community, you know, getting your ass beat is just normal. But really, man, what it's doing is you're not, you know, you come out a decent person in the end. You know, I hear people say, you know, those of us who got our ass beat when we was little, man, we came out right. And those of us who only got talked to didn't come out right. But the only reason that you're acting, you know, civilized and decent is because you've been beaten into submission. I'm not shitting on my parents or, you know, how I was raised or anything. But yeah, what I did, but my point, let me arrive at my point. But what I'm saying is, you know, there were certain emotions and stuff that I couldn't allow myself to feel, like anger, for instance. If I was pissed off at my dad, I couldn't just say, hey, Dad, fuck you. You know, because he would fucking kick my ass if I did that. You know, so I learned at I keep checking the time, by the way, because this camera can only record 20-minute videos, so I have to shove all this in 20 minutes. But yeah, man, when I was little, you know, I couldn't always express how I felt about shit because, you know, I'd get my ass beat if I did. And so I learned how to suppress my emotions, my true feelings over time. And, you know, as an adult, though, I'm no longer in that situation where, you know, if I speak my mind, you know, my survival will be threatened. But the thing is, I have this mechanism now that suppresses my emotions and doesn't let me, and I'm not allowing myself to truly express how I feel. And so in life, it's holding me back because this trauma response that I have is still operational. This defense mechanism that I designed as a child unknowingly is still in effect in my adult life where it's no longer needed. So I'm having to go through therapy and shit in order to shake it loose so that I can feel my emotions, man. But yeah, I just woke up sort of in a down day. It was a down day, you know. And those are hard days, dude, but we have them, you know, as human beings, and there's nothing wrong with having a down day. But yeah, I woke up in a down day today, man. But yeah, that's just where I'm at today, man. That's just what's on my mind today, you know, with the coffee. Do you have any experience with this? You know, how do you feel today? You know, put it in the comment section and let me know. But yeah, I'm not going to do anything serious on this channel, man. I'm just going to sort of sit here and talk, and you know, maybe as time goes on, I really want to get good at talking to a camera for some reason, because I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I was just so damn tense on the camera. And I think it was because I was just bullshitting and trying to be a teacher or a guru or something, trying to, you know, step outside of, you know, my own capacity, because man, like I said, I'm young and I'm still dumb in a lot of ways, and I have a lot of life experience, don't get me wrong, and I have a lot of entrepreneurial experience and stuff that I can share, which can help, and I will share it in other podcasts. I keep calling this, you know, I keep calling this a podcast, you know, but it's not actually a podcast yet, at least. But yeah, I'll share what I know and stuff, but I just don't want to come off as something that I'm not, man. I'm really not a teacher, and I think that's why my camera stuff is so stiff, you know, and why it's so hard for me to talk to a camera. But shit, this is just how the format of this channel is going to be. I'm just going to be sort of sitting here, sort of speaking my mind, and you know, as the time goes on, we're going to get into dialogue, me and you, because you put what you feel in the comments, and I'll read it, and then the next time I'll talk about it too, and we'll sort of have a dialogue, me and you, you know. As a community, we'll sort of have a dialogue that sort of builds up over time. And then hopefully you'll look forward to coming and hanging out with me with your coffee or your beverage or your alcohol, whatever the fuck it is you drink in the morning. And we'll become friends. You know, because everybody needs friends, man. We all need friends in life. And I'll be your friend. If you don't have any friends, I'll be your friend. And just because you can't see me in person doesn't mean we can't be friends. And that doesn't mean we can't have a deep and meaningful relationship either. So, yep, I think that's going to wrap up today's session, man. Today's little video. I thank you if you've watched this far. Let me check my time. Yeah, I got plenty of time. I thank you if you've watched this far. I really do. And like I said, let me know what you think about what I talked about today. If you have any thoughts, let me know in the comment section. And hit that like and subscribe button if you like this kind of thing, man. Because I'm just going to keep doing it. And I'm just going to keep putting them out, even if nobody watches, because, you know, I was doing this anyway. You know, I already record update videos for myself anyway. I just never put them out. I just keep them for myself so that later on I can look back on how things were, you know, and what I looked like and stuff. You know, I do that. It's a little bit weird, but I do it, man. I do it, and I watch, you know, I have years of videos stored up of just me doing update videos for myself anyway. So these aren't update videos, but you know what I mean. You know, I'm recording videos anyway, so I figured I might as well put these out and, you know, give my dream of being a YouTuber a fighting chance. But yeah, thank you for watching, man. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your beverage of choice. And I'll see you again on the next episode of Tea and Coffee, or Coffee and Tea. I haven't decided 100% yet. Let me know what you think is better, coffee and tea or tea and coffee. And yeah, like I said, leave some comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe.